What's going on, everybody? Greetings. It's so good to have you all here. Greetings. I am pretty damn gangsta. Driving while trying to listen in. Glad to see you online. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Azure Saint, Yeti Black, Leonard Dayuda, greetings, greetings. Let me go ahead and stop this music or put this on pause. Greetings, everyone. I know it has been a while, so I am definitely here to give some updates and share what's been going on and send some encouraging words. I hope that you all are doing fine. Miss Finance, hi, good to see you. Hello. So, first of all, welcome to all of my new supporters. Hey, Nyla, Donna, just being real. Hi, good to see you. And welcome back to all of my returning supporters. Welcome back. I want to definitely thank you for being here and for giving my channel a shot. So we're on our way, right? I am pretty damn gangster. We're on our way. 1K is like around the corner. It has been a lot, everybody. It's been a lot. And nothing really bad, I shall say, nothing really bad. And but it's definitely been a lot. So while I was here, today is hair day. So while I had my hair mask on and going to let that sit for a little while, I said, let me go ahead and come on live and just do a check-in and do an update. So before I really get into anything, can you all tell me how you are doing today and how are you doing in this, since we're closing up the first quarter of the year. Can't believe it. Tell me how this has been, for you so far. How are you doing mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically? How are you? Hi, Chaos Rain. I made it. It's not showing that on my end. Oh, okay. Well, hi, all Heart Grit and Grind. And while I wait for you guys' response, I'm going to sip my tea. I'm sipping ginger and honey tea. Y'all know I love my tea. Oh, and let me tell you about the hair mask that I have on my hair. So, you guys know, if you don't know, well, I am all natural with my hair, and I have 4C hair pattern. Okay. So, what does that mean to have 4C hair? What that means is I have the tightest curl pattern that we can have. Okay, I have the tightest curl pattern. I also have the type of hair that if you do not take care of it, it is very easily prone to breakage or damage, dryness. Okay, so it 4C hair requires a lot of special care. So, one of the things that I have been doing lately, since I have decided to not cut my hair, to not to besides my ends, letting my hair grow, I actually have a goal to let my hair get by the end of the year. It is my intention for my hair to be to the middle of my back. Currently, my hair is at my shoulder blades, right around my when stretched, it's at my armpits. So the goal by the end of the year is to have it to the middle of my back, or yeah, that's the goal, middle of my back. Um, but I made my hair mask out of avocado, eggs, and some oils and honey, olive oil, and honey, and a few other oils. So, and I'm going to leave it on my hair for about, I'm probably going to leave it on for about an hour, hour and a half. Yes, you know what? I am pretty damn gangster. I am, by this time, I would have cut my hair. By this time. No, no pictures at this time, Chaos Rain, but stay tuned. Okay? Just stay tuned. Azure Saint says, I'm doing well mentally, physically, and spiritually. Oh, that is good to hear. Thank you, Azure Saint. It is, Miss Finance, it is very moisturizing. And for me, because my hair is also very thick, it's very voluminous. So I do not care to detangle my hair every time before I wash it. I just don't care to do that. And so applying this mask is, and it's also a pre-poo, so a pre-poo mask. So applying this mask to my hair, and then I do two strand twists around. And so I think I have one, two, three. So I have like nine twists. So I two strand twist it. And as I apply the mask to my hair, it just automatically begins to soften. The curl pattern begins to relax and stretch. It becomes very much more pliable. So I don't have to pick up the comb or the brush and spend that time going through it. And as I'm twisting it, it just makes it very much easier. Just much easier, and also it makes the shampoo process easier as well. So I don't have to wash my hair in the twist. I can, but I choose to take my twist down while I wash my hair, and it will just begin before you put the shampoo in. It just already begins to just relax, and the curls just begin to just soften even there. So it works really good. My one of my cousins and my aunt was here with me for a couple of weeks, and the first time they saw me do that, they were like, "So you're gonna put groceries on your hair?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm putting groceries on my hair. Yes." And as you can see, this the hair is very much tameable, very much manageable. And because I am someone who I like to manipulate my hair, I very once in a while wear my hair, wild and out. But for the most part, I like to manipulate my hair. I like to wear it in buns. I like to stretch it out and comb it into different little styles. So I'm manipulating my hair a lot. So this kind of conditioning treatment is very important. I'll just send that to voicemail. So I'm going to assume that since Azure Saint is the only one who answered, hey Mahogany, Roots, and MJ, good to see you, is the only one who answered. I'm going to assume that all of you, for the most part, are doing well. So you don't really have any complaints, and I'm glad for that. My mom made some type of mixture for all of us when we were young. Right? Pretty damn gangster. So, okay. So let's tap into what I've been up to. Last year, my father, who had been living with me for over a year, about a year and a half, he had been living with me. He moved out into a senior community. He got his own place into a senior community in October. So I spent some time, hey V Boogie. So spent some time with my other siblings, helping him get situated into his new place, regaining his independence. It's not senior assisted living. It is his own living place, his own living space. He's fully capable of taking care of himself. So it's just a senior community for him. It was affordable. It's a very nice community right here in my neighborhood. Actually, he's like 10 minutes away. And so, like I said, spend some time making sure that he gets adjusted with that. Then I had a friend to relocate from Arizona. Arizona is my second home. Texas is my natural home, and Arizona is my second home. So I had a friend to relocate in November from Arizona to Texas. And I spent some time helping him to get situated here with his apartment and shopping and things like that, adjusting a little bit to our climate and stuff. And so that was pretty fun. And then I spent the latter part of the year starting some home improvement work, um, and reorganizing my house, my office, just really going through a lot more stuff and getting things to a place to where I would feel even more comfortable and organized with doing my work and knowing where things were and things like that. So I spent a lot of time doing that. Oh my God. And then I started spending a lot of time researching some things health wise. You know, guys, I am 50 years young, and I will be 51 in May. I'm going to be 51 in May. And I am asking God to, if He would, grant me another 30 years. I told Him, I'm like, look, I've already seen so many things in my lifetime that I read about biblically and I knew they would come, but I never expected to be around to see some of these things happening. Like never thought it, okay? But I have. And I am pretty certain now after, coming through a pandemic, hello, several financial crises, hello, um, several major storms and things like that, to say the least, I am pretty sure that with his assistance, I could make it through some of the other things that I would possibly happen if I'm granted another 30 years. So I want these 30 years, however they're granted, or whatever time is granted, to be maximized. Um, who I am today, who I am right now, is a combination of decisions and choices I've made and environments I've been in and how I grew up. That's who I am today. But who I am building up for, you know, who I need to be for the next 10 years, or hell, even in the next 5 years, that person is not on the scene yet. That person is not on the scene yet. And so that's going to take some more development. So I'm in like a cocoon phase right now. Um, there are so many things, very personal things, that I am asking of God in my life and for my future, near and distant. And it's very important to me to have my ear inclined, to have my spirit free, to be able to listen. And I started doing some research, a lot of research on things for holistic health treatment and alternatives. Um, I've been in therapy for PTSD. I've been in therapy for PTSD from the services, and from the time that I spent in the war. and things that were just kind of in my background and then denial, and symptoms that I didn't even realize were there because of how functioning I am. Um, so addressing these things, and it's been really challenging in some sense and also very insightful. Hi, B Spirit, good to see you. Little Rock, hi, Emmanuel, good to see you all. So, I have been looking for things to treat me better and trust God and the things that God has placed here on earth at our hands to help me with things where I'm not relying on medication and where I'm not. PTSD is post traumatic stress disorder, B Sparrow. Yes, I was in the army, as you're saying. I was in the army and I served. Um, I was in the army and I've done some combat time, Desert Shield, Desert Storm. And so migraines and things like that, my sleeping, all these things, I'm like, and things for pain. I'm like, you know what? I am going to trust God and I'm going to trust nature. I'm going to trust God and I'm going to trust nature. I don't have anything against traditional medicine or traditional treatment, medical treatment. I think everything has its place. I just choose not to be reliant on those things, dependent on those things. I mean, come on. So, yeah, I choose not to be dependent on those things. And Marines, hardcore. And um, I also choose to, hey, Nicer. Hi, DC. I also choose to be an example of God's power in a different way. I choose to be an example of living a life that is victorious in a different way. And so this is, for me, it's taken a lot of discipline and a lot of sacrifice. And in the end, I just believe that it's worth it. Hi, Ron. Good to see you. And so that's where I'm at. And in the financial direction of my life is I am a very good budgeter and I am very good with money. Okay. I am like, I money management and things like that. I have that down to a science. I'm like super good with that. But I want to take what I know and what I have, even in that arena, to a different level. And my whole point in doing all of this is not just to be an example of things, but I want to leave so much information. I want to pour so much into other people before I leave this earth in a physical realm. And I've also been taking some time to get other affairs in order. I've been taking some time to listen more to my elders. Hi, Siova. I'm taking some time to listen to my elders around me, and I'm nurturing other relationships. Let's see. Yeah. Those things. What else? I've been taking, oh, we've had a lot of babies being born in my family. A baby over here, a baby over there, a baby over there, a baby over here, here, baby, there, baby, everywhere, baby, baby. So I've also been embracing the babies that are being born in the family, taking in all of the innocence of new life, babies are babies are just reminders of how pure the world can be and how pure your spirit can be, before anything comes along and taint your thought on life or the world around you, before anything comes and taint your thoughts about people and the kinds of people in the world and society. So I've been embracing the babies around me, and I've been spending a lot of time nurturing my atmosphere. Even the more so, I'm creating an atmosphere of peace and solace and welcoming and warmth, and it's all, it's great. It feels so good. I've been removing myself from spaces physically and online that don't serve my spirit, that don't serve my purpose, and that distract me from all of the goodness, and distract me from appreciating the good things within me and within my environment, including my relationships, all of them. And so, if you don't see me in spaces, I pop in the chat rooms here and there lately. I started popping back up in some chat rooms. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. And with the direction and the choices that I'm making, I I have to go back and catch replays more than I can be active as I used to be in chat rooms and stuff and in live streams, because there's only so much time in a day, and I'm subscribed to so many people. And I'm just not going to hit the unsubscribe button. Okay, I'm not going to do that. But I was listening to Donna. Shout out to Donna being real. I caught one of her lives recently, and something that she said in her live where she was talking about content creators spamming other content creators. And I realized that I have been spamming people unintentionally, but it doesn't matter that it has been unintentional. A spam is a spam is a spam, whether it's intentional or not. So what I'm guilty of is going in comment sections and sometimes leaving a comment that's that is not in relationship to the actual stream. Like, hey, good to see you, or hey, I'm gonna catch the replay, things like that. So from now on, I'm just gonna catch the replay. When I catch the replay, I'm gonna make a comment about, from the replay. I'm gonna hit the thumbs up. I'm just gonna do that appropriately. But a lot of the times, I'm paying attention to a lot of content that is going to help me to grow morally, help me to grow spiritually, and that's going to enhance and further develop me financially and business wise. So, in a sense, it may seem selfish, and content that is supportive of relationships, that is conducive to learning about mistakes that we make, because we're human, not because we hate anybody, not because we're mad at the world, not because we picked all the wrong men or we picked all the wrong women. No, not because of any of that, but because we're human, but because we make mistakes because we're human. And we have something to learn from other people's mistakes, or we have something to give, to share, to stop someone from making the same mistake, right? So I'm listening to that kind of content as well. Cause ain't nobody got time to be mad at men and mad at black men all day, every day. Hello, no, no, I love black men. Most of the men that do work for me, or most of the men that do work for me are black men. Anybody got time for that? Anybody got time for the black woman hate club? Anybody got time for that? Because the men in my life love black women. I'm seeing black people get married every day and divorced too, but still they get married every day, walking in the park, holding hands, mask on, and whatever. So anybody got time for that other stuff? Anybody got time for it? I don't have time for it. And if I'm asking the Lord to grant me another 30 years, I'm not going to spend 30 years, in these circles and with the talking points in my subconscious to be spooled out later on somewhere to somebody that don't need it by some gender war BS. So here's what I got to say. Hey, girl, professor speaking. Hey, so here's what I got to say to that. First of all, love who loves you and who you can love. Period. Show up and give from your life what you choose to also receive, what you desire to receive. Be the kind of person you need to be for the kind of person that you want. Value yourself and value others so that you don't have to, go around on this quote unquote like level up game. If you value yourself and you value others, you don't have to run around talking about some leveling up because you will not accept anything that does not best serve you. And you won't be going around trying to, poop on other people because that's how you value them. So value yourself, value others, know your value, and bring more to the table besides your desires. So, hey, Jax Bay, what in the world? I guess now I might have to stop by my local church. Whatever, Jax Bay, good to see you. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Let's talk about some of these home improvements because, and y'all keep, please keep praying for Texas and those that were affected by that winter storm because that winter storm was no joke. I'm convinced it was not a quote unquote natural storm. Nevertheless, it happened, it was here, and it was horrendous. And while I was blessed through the storm, I am very empathetic for those who were not. It was a sight to behold for this city to be covered in snow and ice. I have never walked outside and seen icicles hanging from my house. I've never seen, well, not from my house. Now, when I lived in Chicago, I expected that, when I lived in Chicago. That was not a surprise. And Chicago is built for that. We were not built for that in Texas. No, no. So to see icicles hanging from the car, my pup table in my courtyard, icicles just draping the whole, icicles draped my pup table like it was a tablecloth. I was like, really? This is very interesting. But two decisions that I made helped me in the storm. Two decisions that I made. One of them being I had this oak tree in my yard. And I love trees, by the way. I love trees. I love nature. I love trees. I'm also a tree hugger. I know it sounds weird, but honey, I will hug a tree. I hug trees, okay? I take in the energy from trees. I love trees. But I had this oak tree in my yard, a mighty oak tree is what it's called, a mighty oak tree. And this mighty oak tree, this one tree, was towering over my house. And the way it towered over my house, you would think it was more than one tree because it looked like a forest over my yard. That's how bountiful this tree was. And the limbs, many of the limbs on that tree were as thick as my body. Now, granted, I'm a small woman, I'm petite, but for a branch, my weight for a branch is heavy. Okay? Heavy. You'll go to voicemail too. So it even spread way past the sidewalk, down the sidewalk, like towards my other neighbor's house, which is some feet away, all over into the street. And I could have just had it trimmed, but I decided to have it removed. I couldn't have made that decision at a better time because even before that winter storm, if just one of those branches would have fallen on my house, it would have caused some major damages. And depending upon where I would have been in the house, because all of these branches are long and heavy, depending upon my location in the house and where it fell, it could have injured, seriously injured, or killed me. So, leaving now, having that tree removed before this storm, the ice that was forming on the trees and stuff, y'all, I that was just a disaster in wait. So thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, that I had that tree removed in December. Then the next thing I did was I had the windows replaced at my house. I had my windows replaced with solar energy windows. Let me tell you something. I almost didn't make that purchase, but I'm so glad I did because as cold as it was outside, my house, even when I lost electricity, my house did not feel that cold. Some blankets, some tea, some chili, long pajamas, and we were straight. When I stepped outside, I it was such a huge difference in the temperature from inside my house versus outside that it was like living, like being in two different places. Seriously. So let me tell you, if somebody comes and asks you about solar windows, not the solar panels, but the windows, if you can do it, do it. You will not regret it. Um, one of my cousins and her mom, my one of my cousins who's taking care of her mom, ceiling caved in. Two-story home, ceiling fell in, and they came to my place. Ice everywhere. And thank God for my military kicking in, my military, my soldier mentality kicking in because I had to be creative in getting my aunt and my cousin in my house over that ice. So I was reminded that I had cardboard boxes in my garage. Y'all been and got them cardboard boxes, laid them cardboard boxes down and out, made a whole path to get them into my house, and it worked like a charm. So that's my update, guys. And let's see, what else? Is there anything else? For the most part, like I said, also making sure I'm in a really good place. I have been also planning my retirement. So I'm making some different financial decisions, and I'm also planning retirement. And these things, they take up a lot of they require some serious time, focus, and concentration. But I'm also laughing as much as I can in between an occasional crying spell, you know, from grieving. Because honestly, I am still grieving the loss of my mom. I am still grieving the loss of my only birth brother and cousins and some elderlies, but I am still grieving. It doesn't get better with time. That's a lie. It doesn't get better with time. You just learn to manage better, manage differently. There's adjustment periods, in all of this. But I am having some time to laugh. I am enjoying good company wherever and whenever I can, socializing, even at a minimum level, to how I can, because life isn't really short, but what life is full of different challenges and things that come along your path in your journey. Life is, you know, we all have the same amount of life. We may not have the same amount of time, but we have the same amount of life. And what we do with that is what's paramount. What we do with that is what's important. And you are the one who have authority over how you are going to live your life. We are the ones as individuals, no matter how we got here, no matter the circumstances we got here, right? No matter the environment we grew up in, no matter the type of parents we have or don't have, in spite of all of that, and no matter any of that, we are the authority over how we're going to live our lives. So I want to be as pliable, moldable, powerful. Um, I want to be as informative, influential as I can be. I want to laugh as hard as I can. I want to love. I want to fill my heart with all the love it can take. And then I want to use what oozes out. I want to use that. I want to ooze my love all over different places and to different people. That's what I want to do. That's what I am going to do. I want to help people, have stronger spirits. Um, Resilient. I want to be resilient. I'm human. There are times that I do break down, and there are times that I will break down. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I'll be resilient so that I don't stay down. I'll be resilient so I can help pick somebody else up. I'll be resilient so I can leave gems along the way for somebody else behind me. And that's my focus. That's what I'm up to. And I'm getting back into some of my creativity. So I'm going to be obedient and put together I'm grabbing some of my poetry out of my hundreds of poems to put together into a nice little selection. Yeah. And I'm planning to get back into some creative writing. And I am planning to do some more painting because I also paint. And yeah, yeah. I'm working with other people to help them to understand the power and the importance of having a network, while I also expand my network. And what else, y'all? What else? Hell, ain't that enough? Yeah, yeah. So everybody, thank you for dropping in. I appreciate you being here. And you will definitely see me around somewhere, sometime. I love you all. I wish the absolute best for you all. I wish you to thrive. I wish you to love. I wish you to laugh. I wish you to forgive. I wish you to take in what needs to be taken in and release what needs to be released. And with that being said, I'm going to go back to the chat again, and then I'm going to play a little outro song, and I will see you guys again sometime very, very soon. Jack Spade said, with COVID in the midst, ooze might not be the right choice of words. Leave it to Jack. And you guys are greeting each other. Emmanuel, Mahogany. Thank you, Emmanuel. Loss, experiencing loss of loved ones is another part of life. You can't live this life and love and not experience loss. So, yeah, Mahogany. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah. I forget you were in the military. Yeah. Otto Williams Jr., good to see you. The only thing missing was a GP, small tent, a box of MREs, and the Yukon stuff. Hey, Jack, listen, I'm a prepper as well, right? So I have enough water, I have enough food that we can eat without a stove. Okay, I'm pretty good. And if need be, I know how to turn this house to a bunker. Okay, if need be, I can turn this house into a bunker. Not even trip. Not even trip. So that's another good thing. Let's see. Thank you, God Professor, for dropping my information. I appreciate that. Um, make a friend hug a tree. Hey, Jack, listen. I am not gonna lie. Like I can be kind of awkward. I can be kind of weird, but I embrace my weirdness. Okay, I embrace it. I completely embrace it. It doesn't hurt me, and it doesn't hurt anybody. Is there anything else? Okay, so I'm all caught up on the chat. Listen, everyone, have yourselves a great day. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate all of your support and look for some, some uploads on some encouraging messages. I also have a couple of exact things I know I want to talk about. I'm just not going to schedule streams too far in advance. So let's talk about that before I go. I had a habit of posting streams, scheduling streams, sometimes months in advance. Really great ideas, really great plans for the stream, but then the time would come, I forget, I'd be asleep or in bed, ready for bed, right? And so then I would end up rescheduling it or canceling it. And I've decided, to be better than that, to treat my audience, my supporters, and my content, my message better than that. So I will not schedule streams that I cannot commit to so far in advance. But I do have a couple of topics that I do want to talk about in the very near future. We're going to address some things like suicide. Yeah, it's a really bad habit, Jack, a nasty habit. I had people like Go Professor hitting me up in the email talking about, so where you at? Where you at? Silva, you got to stream. Are you going to show up for your stream? A few other people hitting me up in back chats and emails. We're waiting on you. Waiting on who for what? I am in the bed. I am in the bed. Okay? The wall calleth, I'm in the bed. So, yeah. But so we're not gonna be doing that, but um I'm gonna come back really soon and kind of talk about things like suicide. Um want to talk about being able to, for women, being able to be a vault for your sisters. And I want to talk about some relationship stuff. I'm going to say from a healthy mind perspective. Got it? On that note, let me go ahead and play some outro. And I love you all and I thank you. Be well.
Damaged or broken appliances in your home? Don't
No need to shame yourself, Dollar Will. It's all good, sweetheart. Peace.